Hey guys, welcome to the channel if you're new, welcome back if you're a subscriber. My name's Neil and it's time for the next episode of Lost. We got rid of Paolo and Nikki, we've got that awkward episode out of the way. I doubt there will be any repercussions of burying them alive. That was just sort of a fun karmic twist at the end. I don't think anyone felt particularly torn up for the two of them. You know, the one thing that didn't sit well with me with that burial scene had nothing to do with Paolo and Nikki dying and everything to do with Sawyer throwing away the diamonds. That made no sense to me. He's a hoarder. He would have hung on to those. That makes no sense. One other thing I thought of about that episode that I didn't mention in my reaction, which I thought was actually very clever of the writers, was the episode opened with Nikki's scene from Expose where she's killed. We realize it's just a film death. Her producer / Mark tells her, we don't have to kill you. Gives her the option and she's like, no, I'm good. The producer says, oh, we could bring you back. So I think that's a nod to the fact that we won't be bringing them back. But it was fun that the episode started with her fake death. The mystery was all about her supposed death, which turned out not to be, and finished with her real death. Anyway, now that that's out of the way, we can go back to our main storyline and the repercussions of Locke blowing up the submarine, of Jack and Juliet losing their opportunity to go home, presumably being stuck in Otherville. Obviously, things are very tense between the others and our survivors. How is that all going to shake out now? Also, obviously, we've been basically trying to recruit Locke into the others. Ben's fascinated by Locke's miraculous recovery when the plane crashed and his paraplegia went away. And, oh yeah, Locke's dad is somehow now on the island. Ben says it's because of some magic box that gives whatever you wish for the most to you. I don't necessarily believe that. Do I put it beyond the island and the writers of the show for that box to exist? Of course not. We've seen plenty of supernatural phenomena on the island already, but we also know Ben is a master manipulator, and we also know Locke is much more easily manipulated than he'd like to believe or admit. Ben came right out and said it in episode 13. Oh no, he actually said it in this last episode in 14 when he and Juliet were down in the Pearl. He says, I will find his emotional weakness and exploit him. And Locke's emotional weakness is that search for belonging and that search for meaning in his life. He feels like his life is wasted. He doesn't have a proper purpose, that he's constantly been betrayed, and now maybe he has a purpose with the others. It'll be very interesting to see how this all shakes out in this episode and the next few. I think there's going to be some very interesting turns and twists to the story that are almost impossible to guess at right now. Will Jack stay with the others? Will Locke stay with the others? Will the others let Kate and Saeed go? What's Danielle going to do now that she's seen Alex and knows that she's her daughter? And also, Saeed planted the seed. Was it Saeed or was it? No, it was Locke. Locke planted the seed in Alex's mind that her mother is out there, and maybe the others lied to her about that. So, tons of potential storylines that we can start jumping into now for the back half of season 3. I'm really excited to jump into it. I hope you are too. So let's do that. This is episode 15 of season 3 of Lost, and it's called Left Behind.
Previously on Lost.
I'm sorry, Jack. Sorry for what?
Kaboom. Yeah, Jack's not going to easily forgive that. Mousetrap. We've seen that before. Juliet's got some skills.
Enjoy your sandwich.
I like shows with sandwiches and broken plates. And if you don't know that that's a nod to Breaking Bad, you have to see Breaking Bad.
Oh, your fan mail shot. It'll take 2 days, maybe 3.
3 days for a fan belt?
Welcome to Iowa.
Isn't she from Iowa?
Name is Johnny.
I'm Lucy. 18 karat
Oh, wow. Look at these small worlds colliding.
What do you think? I'm an idiot?
Hey, man, if you don't want to buy them, you don't have to buy them.
Those are fake necklaces, and you're a rip-off artist.
They're real.
Call the cops.
Hey, let me see those. How much? $60. I'll take the one in the end.
Whatever.
Why'd you help me? Just one girl watching another girl's back, I guess. Or you didn't want that guy calling the cops.
So this is presumably post Sawyer ditching her. But she stayed a con artist. That's interesting.
What?
Kate,
John,
I came to say goodbye.
goodbye.
I'm leaving with them.
If they told you that they're gonna take you home, they're lying.
I don't want to go home, Kate. I want you to know I told them that you were a good person. Reliable, smart, honest. And then they told me who you were and what you had done. Let's just say forgiveness isn't one of their strong suits. Coming out!
Locke's joining the others? Locke is joining the others.
John, please, what's happened to you?
I'm sorry, Kate.
World's falling apart. I hope I get reminded what Sawyer's ex-girlfriend's name is, because I'm blanking on it right now. What's he reading today? I'm assuming it's not still Agatha Christie. Those are quick reads.
Don't look
Back
at
to
me,
Watership
pretend we're
Down.
not talking. Dude, you need to know that there's been some chatter. Tomorrow there's gonna be a vote to decide whether or not to banish you.
Banish me?
I'm only saying this because there may be a way to fix it. To, like, make amends.
I don't do amends.
You might want to ask yourself about all the good stuff that comes from being a part of this society. I mean, you can't even feed yourself. You're making a big mistake, dude.
I would love it if Hurley is playing him right now. Eat your frickin' sandwich, Kate. Come on. The others are all bugging out? That seems excessive. And why are they masking up? That's scary. No, she's done. Get low, Kate. Get low. Yeah, it's knockout gas. Just so she doesn't know where they're going or anything. But
What's your real name? Next time somebody asks you, don't think about it.
I didn't think.
Not even for a second.
A few months ago, I killed my stepfather and escaped from the marshal who arrested me for it.
What the hell are you doing in Iowa?
I want to talk to my mother.
If you did what you just said you did, then the feds are gonna be watching her 24/7.
What, you want to help me?
Absolutely. Because one of us deserves something good.
okay, that's legit. It's convenient, but it's legit. Oh, where's she waking up? Did they, like, throw her in the jungle? Which, is she still cuffed to who? Ooh, so Juliet's exiled? And these two are forced to work together? I was hoping for some Juliet and Kate scenes, since they both have, you know, complicated attractions to Jack and such. Look at Sawyer trying to participate.
I ain't gonna get the Korean vote.
Come on, Sawyer's a good old country boy. He should be fine with this.
I'm ready to do it. Make amends. I don't want to be banished, okay?
Apologize for calling you all those names.
I'm really sorry I called you rotund.
No.
Really?
Let's go over the whole list. Is there a supercut of all the nicknames Sawyer's called Hurley over 2.5 years? I feel like it'd be a 10-minute list. Oh, Kershaw makes good knives. I've got one myself. Really good EDC everyday carry knives. I'm not sponsored by them.
What the hell am I doing here?
Why don't you tell me?
I don't know.
Well, I don't know either.
So what the hell happened?
Good way to break off the tip of a knife doing that, though.
Canister came in through the window. So what'd you do to piss him off? You're wasting your time.
We're going back.
What? They did this to us. Why would we go back?
You say they like you didn't lock me in a cage and watch me break rocks all day.
Your people are gone anyway. I saw them all pack up and leave. What? Going where? Welcome to the wonderful world of not knowing what the hell's going on.
Go, go, go! On the ground! Get down!
Just like all of that.
Let me see those hands!
It's not Kate.
Time no see, Austin.
It's not Kate.
Who the hell are you?
I'm just selling Bibles.
So this is months after the murder, and they've still got that much action on Mom. That's a little surprising knowing federal budgets, but okay.
Oh, it's a good thing I know how to lie.
Yeah. Now we know what we're up against, right? I'll figure it out.
Figure it out?
No, you don't.
I blew up his house. I made it look like an accident. Took out an insurance policy on the house. Set her up for life.
And she turned me in.
And then she gave me up. And I want to know why.
Why would they handcuff you to me and then drag us all the way out into the jungle?
Ben has a thing for mind games.
That why he left you behind?
Do we really have to talk?
Come on, if the trail gets wet, I'll lose it. I hope you're not going back for Jack. Now that you've ruined his chance to get off the island. I'm sorry, I didn't.
Ah! Monster time! We've never seen the monster interact with another. What's this gonna be like? Is it gonna be different? Do the others not know about the monster? That I find hard to believe.
What the hell?
I feel like they've even upped the ante on the monster sound effects. What's that about? Did it do that to her? I don't think she's ever interacted or heard of the monster before.
Claire's like really influential. If she votes for you to stay, you're home free, dude.
Well, why wouldn't she vote for me? It's not like I ever done anything bad to her.
Nah, but you never did anything good for her either. And have you ever even asked how Aaron is?
He's a baby.
Cries loud and he smells.
You see, that's what I'm talking about. You're sarcastic. People don't like that. Call her Claire and give her this.
Instead of Barbie.
I know you can do it, dude.
I don't think this vote's a thing.
He's not as wrinkly as he was a couple weeks ago.
Terrible with kids. It's a fun B story today.
Are you serious?
You've never seen that.
If you don't believe me, you can always pull my other shoulder out of its socket.
Are you gonna John McClane it? Yep.
If it weren't for you, I would be on my way home right now.
Jack told me not to come back to protect me.
We have cameras on the cages, Cade. You broke his heart.
It's always so easy to relocate a shoulder on television or in the movies. I don't think it's that simple.
So what's your angle, brother? Suddenly you want to be my hunting partner?
I got hearts and minds to change, and people like meat.
Hi, Mom. I want to know why you told them what I did to Wayne.
I thought maybe you came because you wanted to say you were sorry.
He treated you like a dog, and
You can't help who you love, Catherine. And for good or bad, I loved him.
I did it for you.
What you did for yourself. If I ever see you again, the first thing I will do is yell for help.
Which was the hospital, I guess, right? Well, you lost your mother.
Did he say that to you? That I broke his heart? He didn't have to. You don't know anything about him. I know where he was born. I know what his parents did for a living. I know that he was married. What do you know about him, Kate?
Run. 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 Stop.
Oh.
What are you doing? I know what happens when you step through those things. Off. Damn it.
She's got the key? Oh, I'll have to look at that closely.
You don't want to be over here.
It's a city under glass. Okay, so the smoke monster isn't part of the others. It's another thing entirely. It's ancient. You had the key?
All right. We don't know what it is, but we know that it doesn't like our fences.
You had a key.
The people I spent the last 3 years of my life with, they just left me. Maybe if I could make you think that we were in it together,
So she did the cuffing.
maybe I wouldn't get left behind again.
I hope you'll remember this little barbecue at your meeting later.
Oh, what meeting?
Hurley told me about the vote.
Vote?
There's no vote.
When did anyone around here vote?
Hurley is conning them.
You son of a bitch.
Wasn't it nice being nice?
You tricked me into being decent?
If you're gonna be our temporary leader, you need to do some damage control.
Leader?
Well,
You're all we got.
it would be Jin if Jin could speak English.
What if I don't want to be the leader?
Yeah, well,
Doesn't matter.
I don't think Jack wanted it either. Sucks for you, dude.
I love Hurley. Hurley is so good for everybody on this island. Get a smile from Sun and you'll know you're okay. Nope, she knows. She knows what you did, you asshole. Yeah. You're not gonna make up for that anytime soon. What you and Charlie did to her.
You should get Jack.
Did Jack get left behind too? Or did Jack go with the others? He got gassed as well.
Jack? Jack, hey.
How come he's
Jack,
still
wake up
out?
to me.
What happened?
They all left.
What?
Because of me. I'm so sorry. Because of me, you can't go.
Technically, because of Locke.
They just left. Even Juliet.
Nope. Funny story there. Because Ben likes to play mind games.
You know her better than I do. Now what?
I mean, they should, theoretically, they should
Now.
live here now.
Now we go back.
Why? Why not live there? Look at all the infrastructure you've got. Why was he gassed so much longer than her and Juliet?
Thanks for everything, Cassidy. You got it.
Cassie, that's right. Finally.
So, this guy who ripped
Cassidy.
you off, you gonna give me his name? Tell me where I can find him? I want to help you.
I'm pregnant.
Baby's his.
And I still love it.
So call the cops. Have him locked up.
Will you ever forgive your mom for calling the cops?
No, I won't.
But
Thanks, Lucy.
it's Kate.
My name's Kate.
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah. You?
It's like 50 people disappeared into thin air.
Should take what we can find and
Head out while we still got light.
She's not coming with us.
Yes, she is. Because they left her behind, too.
But is she a mole or is she abandoned? All right, we're right back in it. That was a great episode in all three storylines. You know, the A storyline of Kate and Juliet cuffed together, the B storyline of Hurley teaching Sawyer that it's not a bad thing to be good now that he's the leader in Survivorville, and the flashback storyline of Kate and Cassidy. I thought all three were really strong stories that advanced the overall story, and that's what you want in every episode, and that's what you get in a lot of episodes of Lost. Really nice to get back on track to the main through line, though, which is the survivors versus the others. I was hoping that there'd be a bit of a mix-up. Now we've got Juliet joining the survivors, for lack of a word. We basically had a Locke for Juliet trade, and that's kind of fascinating, isn't it? Locke is now with the others, Juliet's now with the survivors. The really interesting thing is can you 100% trust either of those two? Could Locke be taking it upon himself to... Has he given up on the survivors and is he just looking out for himself? Or is he working to the survivors' gain as well? Obviously, he isn't letting anyone else into that secret plan if that's what he's doing. But maybe he's doing that. And at the same time, how can you possibly trust Juliet? I think she's done a lot to endear herself to us. She's certainly done a lot to endear herself to Jack. She and Kate developed a uneasy partnership when they were cuffed together, and yet Juliet lied to Kate at least twice during their time cuffed together. First, she was the one that cuffed them together. She had the key. She pretended, she was an innocent victim. And she also pretended that she had no idea what the smoke monster was, even though the others did know about it, which makes total sense. It was surprising that Juliet had never seen it or encountered it before. As an aside, we know that the smoke monster is not affiliated in any way with the others, that it is a natural phenomenon of the island, that the sonic barriers work against it. But so as much as Jack trusts her, and Juliet has sort of wheedled her way into Jack's right-hand woman, the spot previously occupied by Kate, I do have. There's a non-trivial chance that Juliet is in fact there at Ben's. How to put this? Ben definitely wanted to leave Juliet with Jack and Kate and Saeed. The question is Juliet there on Ben's behalf, or is she a victim of Ben? And there is definitely a non-trivial chance that she is there as a mole. She's the new mole. She will be there to collect information or sabotage the survivors or pass information on to the others. I can't imagine Kate or Saeed will trust her quickly. But don't be surprised if in the next episode or two there's something that she does to gain the trust of Survivorville. So I'm really interested to see where that goes. I loved Hurley playing Sawyer this episode. My very first instinct was, wouldn't it be great if he's conning Sawyer? Turns out he was. That was. I love Hurley. Hurley is such a great character. He's looking out for the mental health of the entire community. I've said it since the beginning. He's like the heart and the soul of the survivors. And look at him, building Sawyer up as the new leader of the survivors while everybody else is away. You know, Sawyer is not a leader. Sawyer's always been an outcast, a solo artist. He's always got his own thing going, so leadership will not come naturally to him. But on the flip side, he's not going to probably need to be in that position for too long. I can only assume that Jack and Kate and Saeed will get back soon and sort of resume their position at as the leadership council of the community. I love the new combinations we're starting to see in our flashbacks. You know, putting Cassidy and Kate together felt like a lot of fun. Why not, right? And, you know, Cassidy was certainly eager to help Kate. I mean, there was certainly a lot of sympathy there. This lost world isn't small by convenience. It seems to be small by fate. And you know, these coincidences at some point stop being coincidences and become something more. You know, there's so many open storylines in the story that you do wonder when some of these are going to resolve. You know, like a couple episodes ago, we found out that Claire is Jack's half sister, and that's like number 12 on our priority list of issues to resolve. So the writers have done such a good job of just giving themselves a wealth of options, a wealth of material to work with, and keeping us on our toes. You know, in any other show, we would have left every episode from 104 forward asking, but how did Locke get paralyzed? And that would be the main thought on our minds on so many shows. And yet, at some point, we just kind of forget about it until the man from Tallahassee finally tells us. And we get to tie a bow on that particular mystery. But by now, we've got so many more mysteries that our attention is engrossed, and we are enthralled by where the story may go next. Beyond assuming that Jack, Kate, Saeed, and Juliet will rejoin the survivors, I don't know where this story's going next. Where are the others off to? Obviously, there must be yet another station, another hatch somewhere on the island that they feel is a better place to be. Possibly it's related to this magic providing box that Ben has spoken of, if that even exists. I do wonder whether our survivors will return to Otherville, all the bungalows, because it's certainly there's more infrastructure, it's a more livable community. It just feels like that would be a better place to set up camp than living on the beach. So let's see what happens next. Thank you guys so much for joining me as always. Can't wait for the next one. Until then, take care, stay healthy, and we'll see you soon. Cheers.